Hello Pisces, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like you learned something. You somehow came upon information, and I'm seeing this be where you learned how to do something. I'm seeing this be beneficial. You have opened yourself up. You have allowed yourself to absorb something that you were meant to absorb that could have triggered like some sort of memory for you, a remembrance of how to do something. Could have been information that you were looking for, a successful conversation that you had. Things connected with your air energy and accomplishing like even a goal or getting closer towards what it is that you want to accomplish. I'm seeing this be, in general, thank you for your patience. I'm seeing this be a win for you. A win for you. I did also keep seeing the Magician too, so there may be something that like you're in charge of creating something, could be making something happen as well. We are starting off with the King of Wands. You are in a place right now where initiating action is important. You feeling like you know what you're doing, you feeling confident about what you're doing, and you being ready to lead. For some of you, you could be in the position of a mentor. You could have some sort of following. It seems like people are following your lead even in some way. Even when things don't go as expected, it seems like there's some sort of like even pressure on you to be like maintaining or upholding something, maintaining the balance. I'm even getting something about needing to like divide something up properly. For those of you that are connecting one-on-one with someone, there may be somebody, Pisces, there may be somebody that you have a close relationship with, a close dynamic with, a partnership. You feel close with this person in general. And there's a sense of feeling like this person may not be giving as much as you're giving, and that may feel a little bit disappointing, off-putting. What I'm getting is that you are the one that's in charge of getting reciprocity. So I don't know how exactly this is that you're going about doing it. We're going to find out more about what this is. It's like this. If you are expecting something from someone and you're like, well, my love language is when you show up like this, or when you show up like that, or when you like check in with me every day, whatever this is for you that you're looking for, you are going to need to initiate this. You can't just expect the other person to do it. Not that you are, but you may need to take more action than you initially thought would be necessary on your end in order to get this. Because it seems like it's connected with something that you want that allows you to feel like safe, steady, equal within a relationship. And like there's that give and take that you want, that sense of reciprocity. And so you kind of need to be the one to even lay it down, what's going on, how you want to be treated. I'm hearing quid pro quo, so... I'm looking at both the King and the Queen of Wands. This looks like a partnership to me. Can definitely be you with yourself, where like you needed to take action based off of something that you wanted and you felt like it would be equal within a situation and needed to be confident about that. You need to really believe that, you know what, like I'm worth this. And if this is what I want, like I'm going to show this person, I'm going to express it, I'm going to let them know. I'm going to lead by example, stuff like that. I'm going to initiate it. I'm not just going to wait for them to show up, because how are they going to know unless I tell them? Definitely channeling your fire energy for sure. For those of you that this is about a partnership, I'm seeing there be I'm seeing you working on things with this person where you feel like there is a sense of balance. You see, this is like having some really nice balanced harmony with somebody that you are attracted to. You could be in a romantic relationship with this person. It could be a friendship, somebody that you really like being around. Could be somebody that you're working on a creative project with. So many different things. Because attraction doesn't just need to be physical. It can be physical, can still be platonic, can also be romantic, can be sexual. Whatever this is that you have with someone, there's a sense of, on some level with this person, you feeling like you guys are complementary while also being cut from the same cloth. Having this like mutual foundation of understanding for one another, and that you guys can also give each other what you feel like you need or what you feel like you're expecting, and needing to even be more leading with that to show. It even seems like something needed to be activated or like kick-started in order to initiate this, and it looks very much like this was you needing to do it. You taking on a more masculine role. Remember, all of us have masculine and feminine. Because you would have been initiating action, you would have been in the more masculine role within this setting with this person. And this person would be more likely to follow your lead as well. It's a complementary thing that's happening here. And masculine, feminine has absolutely zero to do with gender. So keep that in mind. It seems too like there have also been certain things that you wanted that allow you to feel good, or even like you're receiving. It feels like if you have a particular love language and you're getting more familiar with what that is, like you going about expressing that or showing that to this person, or you liking to work in a particular way, or having ideas for this or that, or like you want to do the project in this way. It's about, again, leading by example and showing this person what's up. And you actually believing in like your ability to lead as well. I'm seeing like two people that are conjoined, and they are walking through this hallway, and your job is to be like holding this person's hand and kind of leading in front, and this person is going to follow you, because I'm seeing like you guys are both connected. There's a sense of there being like you guys committed to whatever this is that you're doing here, and this is going to allow you to feel the sense of like fulfillment, happiness, satisfaction that you've been looking for. Feeling like because you're showing them something physically that you're looking for within the connection, that this is also going to do something emotionally for you as well, because there is the like psychological component of what that is for like this relationship, for this partnership to be working. For some of you, you're connecting with an Aries or Pisces. There is a prominent Aries placement that's coming into play. Because this is something very big that you are building, and it is something also ever changing as well. Because we're trying to scale happiness. We're trying to scale an emotion or a feeling or a sensation. Because of that, this is something that is going to be kind of tricky to be working with. It's not like you're running and you're like, okay, when I hit a mile, I get to this goal. This is something where the marker kind of moves a little bit, and then there are just lots of different components and things that are connecting with this. So it's harder to have like an ABC of what we need to do here within this situation. Give this time. If you are investing in your pursuit of happiness, the things that bring you joy, the things that allow you to feel connected, stuff like that, it is an investment that is going to be worth it to you. And it is also something that is going to take time. Just because this takes time, don't give up on it. Don't be like, oh, this isn't working, I'm gonna just like clear the whole table and forget about this. This is something that you're meant to keep working on, and keep your heart open too. Because you may get discouraged at times, And for some of you, this is about the type of partnership that you want to be building within your life. This may not be somebody that you're necessarily with right now. Some of you, definitely, you're already with this person. But for others of you, you're still working on this. This is still something that is manifesting for you. But it's about you. It's about you actively investing in this, doing what you need to, not just sitting around and being like, I hope someday. This is about like, how are you going to take action to actually cultivate this within your life? How do you invest in this physically? What needs to be done here? How willing are you to be involved in this? Because I'm seeing a lot of your energy needed on your part to be thrust into this process. Thrusted. Yeah. I'm seeing too, intuitively, you have a very good handle on knowing how to do this as well. Also, for some of you, this is just about unlocking things for yourself. I'm seeing you also being led in a very... I'm seeing you working with your conscious energy and also your more subconscious energy. There could be particular things that you feel drawn towards, pulled towards. You want to be keeping track of these, even if you don't understand like the genesis or the origin of these things. Like, why has this come to be? Or why am I attracted to this particular thing? Or like that particular project over there? Or I have always felt a sense of, I'm hearing running passion for this thing. This is about understanding that even if you don't understand like the mechanics underneath of it, because of how like deeply psychological it is and how difficult it is to understand the fabric of where that came from, it's something where you can be like mixing your conscious awareness with subconscious energies that you may not be able to like access all the way. So it's this notion of, let's think of an example. Say you are really drawn to the color purple. You don't know why you like the color purple. It's just something that you've always been drawn towards. You've always liked to collect things around you that are purple, or it's your favorite color to wear, or like every time you get to pick like an accessory or something, you always pick purple, whatever it is. We don't need to spend time trying to dig up where that came from unless you want to. But I'm seeing like this mission, that is not going to like add or take away just because you have that knowledge. What this is going to do for you is help you understand, if I'm aware that I'm catching this pattern, that I continuously seek out things that are purple, it's going to tell me I'm being moved, I'm being called in that direction for a particular reason. So how do I go about making that happen? Now that I've observed this, I understand it's something that I want to connect with in some way, whether I want to be that myself or whether I want to attract that in. So it's something that you want to pay attention to, like using this part of yourself that understands the working behind it and bringing it into what it is that you are doing within the 3D, where you are going to like essentially birth this manifestation that you have. And I'm seeing too, like, you know how to do this, but at times you may not remember or realize that you know how to do this because it may be more subconscious. It's interesting. I don't normally see the High Priestess like this. However, in this spread, I'm seeing this be like all of the knowledge that you have actually that you may not completely fully be able to access at all times. However, it's helping you bring something into the 3D. So it's something that you tap into, but it may be working kind of behind the scenes in ways that you may not be like completely, totally, cumulatively aware of at all times. And this is also going to inform you when you are into something versus when you're not into something. When you are going to feel a sense of fulfillment within something because you are seeking it versus what situation is going to be a dead end where you're not going to find that. So this is also you not shying away from what this is that you want and what feels like reciprocity to you in situations. And it can be different for everybody. It's like your relationship that you have maybe with like a guardian or a parent, you want a specific thing from them, or your relationship with a sibling, or your relationship with a partner, or maybe like a mentor or somebody that you're teaching. Whatever it is, there may be these different things, but this is about being aware of what your expectations are within these situations and figuring out how to cultivate that coming to fruition within these connections that you have. It seems to, like, because you've been able to access and unlock certain things, you may feel at times like it's also going to be very hard for some reason to find somebody that you connect with, that you feel like has the type of chemistry that you are looking to connect with in that way. Because I'm seeing, from a standpoint of self-actualization, you may feel like you have, I'm hearing risen high on the totem pole, Pisces. You may feel like you very much like know yourself and understand a lot of what you have to offer and what you want to connect with. And even at times when you can't explain, you know, like this is either right or this is not right for me. There's just this sense, it's like intuitive, very Pisces is a very intuitive psychic sign. You can just go off of what you're feeling. Most of the time, depending on what you're doing, you don't necessarily need to have a lot of background information. You just have a gut feeling when you know, like, the right way to maneuver through situations. You may feel like it is going to be very difficult to find something that connects with you in the right way, that you are actually going to feel that just like natural, raw, potent chemistry with another person. Because I'm seeing you fretting over something, or at least feeling like a situation maybe I don't know, feeling even like you want to give up on partnerships or something, not because you don't believe in partnerships, but because of maybe the experiences that you've had so far, and be like, well, how am I going to connect with that? How am I going to meet this thing that I'm looking for? Also, too, I will say this. Past life-wise, you may have had some very, very strong connections with people, and within this lifetime, you may feel that, like, dwindling at times, or be like, I know what it could feel like, and in a lot of ways, I feel like in a particular type of partnership that you have in mind, like, I have not experienced that thing yet within this lifetime. So I'm seeing there be something connected with that, where like, this isn't about the, like, once we find a partner, we, like, put in the work and we do this and we do that. I'm seeing when it comes to, like, the raw chemistry that you're looking for, you may feel like you're just not bumping into anybody that you feel that sense of magnetism towards like that. Because the other stuff is about the work we put in. That's not about chemistry necessarily. That's more so about compatibility. I'm seeing there be a focus here on, like, the actual chemistry of you connecting with somebody, where you just feel that inexplicable thing. I'm hearing the ineffable, so. Where, like, you have those feelings where you're not even trying to have those feelings. They're just popping up. You may feel, too, that you may feel like this is one of the only things missing from your life as well. Like, there's something here that's really important about you connecting with another person that you feel is compatible with you. I'm seeing very, very strong attraction. I'm seeing that be the basis of this. Remember, that doesn't need to be, like, physical or romantic, although it can be. But there's a sense of wanting reciprocity with somebody on a physical level, on a passion level, on a creative level, and feeling like that is, maybe you feel like that's the only thing that I don't have right now. Like, everything else would be complete. I feel like I'd have everything that I'm looking for if I could just have this person or find this person. if I could just connect in that way. And you may feel like that connection is missing. What I'm seeing is that the more you are focusing on following your joy in general, doing things that you feel connected with, doing things that you're like, you know what, that sparks joy, or that thing over there is calling me, I'm just going to pursue that because it seems like fun and it's something that I can go into with like my heart feeling very full, because like naturally this just feels like where I want to be. The more you're doing that and following that trail, the more you are allowing something behind the scenes to be coming to fruition, and you don't need to be worrying about it so much. Because I'm seeing something be like, something is happening. Something is definitely happening that's connected with this, but you may not be seeing the results of that happening. I'm also seeing you have a very, very powerful energy, especially when it comes to things materializing for you within the 3D. Like, you just have this understanding of how to do particular things, how to create particular things, how to make things happen. Creatively intuitive. You're manifesting some sort of collaboration. You're also meant to be working with, you're meant to also be working with the Magician, which means like envisioning, speaking out what this is that you want to manifest. When you see the end result of where you want to be, it's easier to know what steps need to be taken. However, when you don't necessarily like have an end result in mind, and this is just relevant, like if you want to manifest a particular thing into your life, if you can envision what the end goal of that looks like, it's going to kind of lead you to be able to take those steps. If you don't have any idea of what it is that you want to manifest, then the steps are much harder to try to figure out in a predetermined type of way, pre-planned out, premeditated. There's something about like needing to check in with other people, needing to converse with other people. Needing to create from a space where other people are connected in what you're doing. Let's use an example. Say you are looking to, let's say that you want a particular job. This would be the equivalent of you networking to connect with that job. So you put your name here and you make an account on this website, and you're also asking your friend that is like that person's father is in charge of this business that's connected with what you want to do. It's like this networking thing that you're doing. If you want to connect with a particular person, or you are looking to date or meet other people or find a partner for that project, networking is going to be very important. I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles and the Magician be connected with you networking with other people. The Magician is Mercury energy. There's something important about like conversating with other people that are connected with what it is that you want to do, or you think that they are going to lead you towards what you want to do. You have to be willing to collaborate and work with other people. It feels like something that this is going to be a team effort in some way. Communication, you being open about what this is that you want, is going to be helpful. This means when there is space, when there is room within a conversation to bring this up, talk about it. The more people that you get connected with this, the more people that you are kind of like cumulatively manifesting with, the more effective, the faster this is going to be. The more energies that you get kind of backing or behind a particular manifestation, the more powerful that is going to be when everybody has a common goal. And it's really like this with anything. Like, I'm getting the image of, like, somebody wanting a particular type of dog. It's like you put an ad online saying you're looking for that type, you're researching, you're talking to your, like, parents about it, whatever it is, like your friends, this person knows a breeder over there and they can get you connected with whatever. It's about, like, networking in that way, using your resources. Using your resources. And you're the one that is essentially writing the script for this storyline that is going to be unfolding. So you have to communicate. It's very important for you to use your skill set to do this and use the resources that you have, because I'm seeing you be very capable. It's just a matter of actually taking action and doing this. And you trusting also that you can do this. Trusting that you have everything you need to be able to do this is also going to be important too. You have everything that you need. This is something possible for you. It's about believing in that. And also connecting with people too that are supportive as well. Yeah. You believing that you can do this is a very, very important key piece of this, okay? You believing that you can accomplish this. You believing that you can achieve this goal. Because I'm seeing you be, without a doubt, very, very capable. It's just about you believing in that. This may take a little courage at times too, because I'm also seeing you be somebody that feels very taken over by the things that you feel. I'm seeing a very sensitive energy. That is an absolute compliment. I'm seeing you be very in tune, very in touch, very affected by things, very sensitive to energy. And also somebody that, as much as you can feel energies that feel very difficult and very down and, like, anxious and sad, you just as well can be on the opposite side of that scale and be very, like, courageous and brave and bold and shining your light, very expressive, very warm, very magnetic, things like that. So it's also about balancing these things too. It very much looks like at the end of things, I'm seeing something that's going to happen. So on the bottom of the deck at the end of this, I'm looking at the Three of Cups. I see this as being, you are going to be connecting with someone. Who this person is, I'm seeing this is a karmic happening. I'm not seeing it be karmic as in, like, oh no, it's a karmic situation. I'm seeing it be like, this is divine timing. This is meant to be happening. You connecting with whoever this person is. So there's a sense of, I'm hearing meet and greet. There's a sense of there being, like, a hangout, a connection. You feeling like something is finally occurring. This can be like a meeting, a bumping into somebody. Whatever this is going to be happening. I see it to be a reunion in the sense that this can definitely be somebody that you knew prior to, like, being born with in this lifetime. Absolutely. You were definitely meant to be bumping into this person as well. It's not by chance that this is happening. This is not just a coincidence. You running into this person, I'm hearing it was just a matter of time. You're going to know because you will feel the connection with this person right away. You will feel understood. You will feel like there's some sort of, like, mutual emotional support, like activities, commonalities. Things are going to feel very, like, resonant between you and this person. I'm not seeing what flavor of relationship this is, and this may be different for each person. This may be the variable within the reading for each of you. But you are going to be connecting with somebody that you do feel connected with in a genuine way, that you feel is definitely a support for you, that you have things in common with, that you feel alike with. in a desirable way. So I'm seeing you taking action to invest in a collaboration where you feel like there is reciprocity, where you feel like there is equality. You using your higher knowing and also your manifesting abilities, like your knowledge of how to do this and being confident about what this is that you want to bring into fruition is going to be helpful. You telling yourself, like, I'm capable of doing this, I'm going to follow my instinct, I'm going to follow my intuition, and really allowing yourself to feel like you are in that space where you feel very powerful, where you feel very capable. It is going to help you combat this feeling where you may feel like this isn't working or it's not possible, like any sort of doubt or like I'm in an impossible situation where this is never going to happen, things like that. It is going to help you combat that energy. It's going to help you work with it, to bring mindfulness to it. So use your resources, use your team, use your guidance that you have. The only challenge is you feeling like you're not strong enough to be able to do this, truly. It's not about outside circumstances. This is about internally what's going on for you. And as soon as you get into a spot where you're like, I know that I'm capable of doing this, I can do this, I believe in myself, and I believe that even when I am struggling, that doesn't make me like less worthy of being able to do this or less likely to be able to do this. It's about working with yourself, working with your human, especially the challenging or more tricky qualities of your human, because this is about integration together. And then I'm seeing us end with the 10 of Cups. So this is feeling like very happy, very fulfilled, very content. Looking at the Lovers, a partnership, you and somebody, and also the 10 of Pentacles, which is something that feels very stable, something that feels very ideal, something that even feels like finally reaching, finally achieving a goal of yours, and something that feels very solid to you. And then with the 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this is I'm hearing meeting of the minds and souls. So we end in the conclusion of you connecting with somebody that feels significant to you. For some of you, this is going to feel like a long lost friend. Even if they are other things to you, this is somebody that like they are just going to click immediately. It feels like a soul family moment. So whether this be like you looking for a creative partner, somebody that you want to work with, or somebody physically that you want to connect with, or do particular activities with, or you're looking for a particular type of like support or friendship or camaraderie in your life, whatever this is, this person is going to, you're going to feel like they become like very easily, like almost effortlessly enmeshed in whatever this thing is that you're looking for, where you feel like you could use that within your life. Like it would be adding something for you, desirable. All right, so I'm looking at the Moon and Venus together. There may be, you may have Moon, Venus aspecting each other. For some of you, you have it conjunct within your chart. Aspecting each other. This may be also a transit that's happening too, if it's not natally going on. And I'm also seeing Gemini and Leo here together. So Moon, Mercury, Moon, Venus are all together, and then I'm seeing Leo and Gemini. So Mercury may be a Leo Mercury, Gemini Mercury, Moon can be Leo Moon, Gemini Moon, Venus, Leo, Gemini. Could also be like a Gemini Venus in the 5th house, say. Or a Leo Venus in the 3rd house. And so on and so forth. Moon in the 3rd house, Moon in the 5th house, Mercury in the 3rd house, Mercury in the 5th house. So many different ways to break this down. But yeah. All right, my friends. We are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.